So Debbie, tell us something about a Christmas memory.
I think all my Christmas memories usually surround food because, Christmas is the foodie season. And it was really interesting because I made this bread my grandma used to make for my dad every
Poppy,
holiday. Poppy seed bread. So it's a sweet bread that's egg based, almost like a challah would be.
pound cake, sort of.
No, it's more like if you've ever had challah bread,
Yeah, that's
where
too
it's dense,
obtuse for me.
it's like a dense bread, but sweet. And then inside of it, like a cinnamon swirl would be, it's a poppy seed paste.
Mhm.
And I think it's German or Polish. So we used to make that every Christmas because my dad grew up with that every Christmas. And I made it last night for him. So that was kind of
Family
fun.
tradition.
Yes. But as I was looking through my mom's recipe box, looking for that recipe, it was really kind of sentimental because she used to bake, all the holiday treats because I don't know if it's like this anymore, but when we grew up, like the neighborhood exchange where you'd make little treats for everyone and exchange it around the neighborhood, like your favorite plate of cookies or your homemade candies or chocolates.
Fudge,
So
right?
yes, very much. And I
The
used to
holiday
be
fudge.
that way when I first had kids with Christmas, even before kids. I would bake all the favorite holiday treats and then mail it out to all my family. And I remember one year my husband was like, "Oh my gosh, like how much did we spend on shipping? Like, was that really worth the little, little snacks that I used to make?" And I was like, maybe not. That's a little pricey. So
That's right.
but
But it's the thought that counts, right?
it is the thought that counts.
And do you have any memories of Christmas when you were young, like your first Christmas or a special present that you got or anything?
I just remember being a kid and like waiting up all night, like, is Santa coming? Like, it was kind of like, is he here yet? That feeling of anticipation of like, at any moment he could be in the basement or he could be downstairs, putting those gifts in, and just kind of that imagination and anticipation. And then, like, kind of creeping down the stairs to maybe look and see if there were presents under the tree. Or my parents used to make us wait before we could go down for them to wake up and, get ready. And so we just sit there like at the top of the stairs waiting for that like moment where they would like, okay, you can go see your presents, because that was always exciting, like going down and
Right.
seeing like just that magical moment of Christmas. Very
That's right. And
sentimental.
compare that to nowadays where you just flip on an app or go to a website and you can track Santa. You know exactly where he is, just like all your
Right.
packages that get shipped nowadays.
Right. Well, and also because, like our parents grew up without like having massive credit card debt. Like credit cards weren't really a thing back in the 70s and 80s. And my parents didn't believe in using like that kind of leverage, and it wasn't as available. And so consumerism was like, your special day was your birthday and you got your present and your party. But like really you weren't getting stuff like 24/7 all the time where everything is a gift holiday, which
That's
seems
right.
to be like it is now. And so, Christmas was that one time a year where you would kind of get spoiled within whatever paradigm you lived in. You got like, it was a special
Right.
celebration day. So I think that kind of has sentiment that I feel is lost on
Yeah.
some of this
Kind of like
generation.
in The Music Man when they sing that song, "The Wells Fargo wagon's coming round the
Yes.
bend." Just the excitement of
Yes.
something happening.
Yeah.
So
So I don't know if it's as sentimental for people nowadays, but I know when I had kids, that's the fun thing about kids is you get to have an excuse to revisit all the holidays and make them fun again like they were when you were a kid. And
yeah.
I was a total junkie for holidays. So like Halloween, I always went out. Easter, I always went big.
Did your family have Christmas decorations outside or just inside?
Yeah, we put lights on the trees outside. That was pretty much a thing. Everyone did that. We didn't decorate lights on the house just because my father felt like that was a waste. She had to take them up and put them down. And my
That's
mom
right.
was a nurse, and ladders and Christmas lights usually are a bad combo.
Yes. So yes, your dad's a banker. He knows the value of money. Wasting electricity money on Christmas
But
wasn't necessary.
we always had, like that was the thing. My mom always put the Christmas tree up after Thanksgiving. We always had an advent calendar that my mom had made, like in some Relief Society thing where you took, the day's ornament out and then got to put it on the tree. And every year they would rotate, like who got to start the advent calendar. And it was always really exciting if it was like your turn to put up Santa, because that was like the last ornament meant it was
I think
Christmas.
I remember either some craft at home or at school or whatever, but you get paste and you cut little construction paper things out and you make loops and you keep on looping and looping and looping
Yeah, the
until you
chains.
until you have
Yeah.
like 50 feet of chain and the tree
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like all like construction paper instead of things. And did you guys go to the Christmas lot and pick out trees and have a fresh tree?
No, we always had a fake tree. Well, usually, I
Uh-huh.
think we'd do like a real Christmas wreath, but my dad we always had the same fake Christmas tree.
My mom bought one of those just silver trees that was just like all silvery, whatever. And we bought a light that would do red, yellow, green, blue. It would rotate the colors. And that was pretty cool. And then I think there were some articles about how certain setups around Christmas trees caught fire. That might have been, but that might have been why we stopped getting live Christmas trees, was because of the dangers of real Christmas trees catching fire or something.
Yeah. Well, and as we got older, it was interesting because my mom then would do, like, she finally had a formal tree that she put in the living room, which was like in the front of the house that you could see from outside the window. And that was like her nice Christmas tree. And I remember it had like a teddy bear theme. So it was like all these little tiny teddy bear ornaments. That was really cute. But then in the family room, we had our artificial tree that we grew up with, and it had all the homemade ornaments, because that was very much a big thing in like your school class or primary or whatever you were in, was making that homemade ornament out of either the salt Play-Doh or
maybe
the Shrinkadinks or
something with a picture of Jesus on it, gets pasted on, thrown up there.
The toothpick manger, yes.
And
so we had the sentimental tree as well.
Do you remember thinking, well, I'm Mormon and I know that Jesus was born on April 6th, but wink, wink, we'll celebrate his birthday anyway on December 25th, just to go along, to get along?
You know what? Because I think my dad was a convert and my mom wasn't really raised uber Mormon and then their family went through a faith moment and she kind of picked it up later in life. I never knew that was a thing. Okay. As far as that Mormons believed Jesus was born on a different day. I don't think I heard that until I was an adult.
Right. Or maybe late seminary or something like that, if you had.
Yeah.
Doctrine and Covenants.
Like the whole thing seemed hokey at that point anyway. So I was like, whatever, I didn't put a lot of stock in it. And then we also had on New Year's, so we would get our stockings filled on Christmas. On New Year's, we had Kris Kringle would come and fill your stocking. So we got kind of two holidays that no one else really had, the Kris Kringle.
I remember getting some noisemakers on Christmas, and it was like, don't make any noise now. That's for next week. Like, oh, okay. Like little horns that look like different horns, but they all make the same sound.
Yes.
So anyway, thanks, Debbie, for sharing your Christmas memories. Any last things, or you want to wish our fans Merry Christmas or anything?
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays. Eat treats. Enjoy it. Have fun. Kiss your family.
That's right, because our 12 fans need, to feel good during the holidays, and having Debbie wish them happy holidays is going to make their day.
I hope so.
All right. See you later.
Okay.